What were some of the key considerations, and to what extent did they factor in current versus future infrastructure needs?
The first consideration that we had, and which was most important for us, was the information security. And it was very important to create the same level of security, if not more, a higher level of security, to ensure that the data of our clients is safe. We are able to go back to our clients, convince them, and tell them that we have adequate security in place, even though people may be working from home. And fortunately, that there was enough technology available for us to be able to do that. Most of our associates working from our development centers were used to working with some of these technologies available with them. However, a lot of our employees were not so much used to seeing everybody as tiles on a Microsoft Windows screen. In 2 years or 3 years back, nobody would have imagined doing something like this in a virtual mode like this. So managers became a tile on Microsoft Teams window. Employees or colleagues became a tile on the window. Clients became a tile on a Microsoft Teams window. So it was a little weird at start, but I think people resilience of humans is never to be underestimated. So everybody kind of rallied together and came about. The fourth and the most important consideration for us, which we actually placed as the first first thing for us, was the well-being of our employees, making sure that both the physical and mental well-being of our employees is taken care of. And like I said, people are working from home. There's no boundary between when the work ends and when your life begins. Yeah, people are online all the time. People were initially in this enthusiasm of being working from home, or working 15-16 hours a day, to make sure that everything is getting delivered, etc. Plus they had nothing else to do. So we had to kind of go on a lot of initiatives with our employees to educate them on the importance of being able to switch off at a particular point of time, keep a physical boundary between your workspace and your home, and a whole lot of things like this. Whether it is uh, training them on how to do physical how wellness is important. How do they able to connect to people who can help them in case they feel that there's a mental issue, they're getting into a depression or things like that. So a lot of those things, a lot of trial and error. uh, did we anticipate at that point of time that this will become the future? No, we did not. But over the few quarters, once a couple of quarters went by, we realized that this was going to be a long term kind of a strategy. And then we started pivoting towards that and figuring out how to make sure that we can leverage that in the long term. And one of the things that gets me very excited is that we, in this country, in India, we lose a lot of our women workforce to families and to children. And particularly in the middle of their careers, somewhere during the age of 30 and 35, in between that, a lot of them drop off from the workforce. And it's mainly because they are unable to come to office on an everyday basis, leaving their families at home. So this gives us an opportunity to tap into that workforce, and that's what gets me very excited. Similarly, people in tier 3 towns like Ranchi, or even Dibrugarh, who are able to work from wherever they are. And those are things that are opportunities for us, to be honest.